Hey everybody, it's Brian here with BestZygorGuideReviews.com. I just wanted to give you a little bit of update. Been playing around with Zygor guides for the past several days, and I gotta admit I like what I'm seeing so far. But I'm not gonna give you a whole lot of information about that right now. I'll get to that in another post. But I did want to kind of share some more information with you. Right here is the members area of Zygor guides, which I told you a little bit about before in my first impressions post. They've got the leveling guides, of course, for both Alliance and Horde, and then they've got the dailies and events guides again for both Alliance and Horde. I'm sorry. But I did want to talk to you today about the bonus materials. There's 6 bonus guides. Oh, sorry, I hope you can see that there. There's 6 bonus guides that come with Zygor guides when you purchase it. You've got the archaeology guides, you've got the guild leveling perks guides, you've got the Death Knight class guide, the inscription leveling guide, the auctioneer appraiser guide, and finally the food and drink stats guide. I can't show you a whole lot of information about these. I don't want to get in trouble, but I do briefly want to go over what they contain. We're going to start off with the archaeology guide. The archaeology guide talks a little bit about the archaeology class, kind of just real basic information, nothing too exciting, honestly. It talks about where to harvest artifacts, dig sites, how to use the survey, the different types of fragments there are, where you can find the different fragments typically, and then it talks about the keystones, and finally some of the uses for the archaeology profession. So, nothing real exciting, but it is good basic information. The next is the guild leveling perks guide. And this just talks about the guild leveling system. And basically the useful thing about it is you can see it lists all of the guild perks, gives you information about each one of them, kind of what they do, and so I found that pretty helpful. Good basic information again. Then it talks about here the Death Knight Player's Guide. Goes into a little bit of an overview about the Death Knight, kind of the rune system, some of the powers, different enchantments you can put on your weapons. The class role talks about playing as the Death Knight, gives you some recommended gear and some useful macros for using the Death Knight. So all in all, pretty good information here. Next, you've got the inscription leveling guide. Again, kind of goes into an overview of the inscription, some of the requirements, what you can do with the inscription. Then what's really cool here is it tells you exactly how to get all the different inscriptions and walks you through step by step how to get them. So, you can see it starts with the apprentice inscription, which is obviously the easiest to get, and it tells you exactly what to do to get it. Then the journeyman inscription, the expert inscription, artisan inscription, and then the master inscription, and finally the grandmaster inscription. So I really liked this guide. I thought it was pretty useful. Good information in there. Next is the auction appraiser guide, which could really just be called the gold guide. It pretty much tells you what to do, how to get gold, how to use the auctions, what you should buy, what you shouldn't buy, and it gives you some useful tips and tricks. Good information here. I don't want to share too much on that one, but it was definitely worth the time to read it. I enjoyed it. And then finally the food and drink stats guide. Talks about the different types of food and drinks that's in WoW. You've got, of course, bread, fish, fungi, meat, cheese, fruit, blah blah blah. But then it goes into all the different characters, and gives you information about each one specifically. You can either click on the different ones, so I could click on Hunter and it'll take me directly to Hunter, or I can just, from the top of the page, I can just scroll down and go through each one individually. But it basically gives you extremely detailed information about all the different types of food and drinks at different levels, what's available. It goes on and on and on for pages and pages and pages, as you can see. Again, I thought really good information and very useful and helpful. So as you can see, I'm still scrolling. There's a ton of information in this guide. So that about sums it up. Look forward to telling you more about the guides itself and giving you my full in-depth review there. But for now, I'll talk to you later. See ya.